Hello everyone, and welcome to the winter weather safety section of our online winter weather training. My name is Coletta, and I'm a meteorologist at the National Weather Service in Goodland. Preparing for winter weather is very important, so today I will discuss several ways to protect yourself, your vehicle, and your home. So let's get started. During winter weather, one of the most important things to do is protect yourself and your loved ones. Living in the high plains, we often see very cold temperatures and breezy winds. So to best protect yourself against the cold, wear plenty of clothing layers. The image shows several ways to dress depending on the temperature. Wearing 2 to 3 layers of clothing, a warm hat or earmuffs, gloves, and waterproof shoes are recommended when the temperatures become cold. Also, wearing a face mask or earmuffs can be especially helpful when the temperatures become extreme or the wind becomes breezy. It is very important that you try to cover as much exposed skin as possible in order to prevent frostbite and hypothermia. Let's discuss these two conditions further. Frostbite happens when exposed extremities freeze due to a lack of circulation caused by extremely cold weather. To treat frostbite, immediately go inside a heated location and warm the affected areas using body heat or warm water. If you're using warm water, be sure to make it not too hot, as you may burn yourself before feeling returns. You should also stay away from heating pads, hair dryers, and hot stoves because they would be too warm. If your frostbite becomes so severe that your skin turns white or a bluish-gray color, or you lose all sensations to the affected area, please seek medical attention. Now, let's talk about hypothermia. Hypothermia occurs when your body temperature goes below 96 degrees due to a prolonged exposure to cold weather. The easiest way to prevent hypothermia is dress in layers and wear a warm hat. Now that we know what hypothermia is and how to prevent it, let's get to know the signs. There are several signs of hypothermia to watch for. They include shivering, poor coordination, numbness, and mental sluggishness. If you notice any of these signs, go inside and warm up immediately. Now that we know how to protect ourselves, let's discuss protecting your vehicle and how to drive in winter weather. When it comes to your vehicle, go ahead and check your vehicle over completely and winterize it before the season begins. When winterizing, make sure that all lights, wipers, and the heater work properly. During the winter season, it is also recommended that you keep all fluid levels full and your gas tank near full in order to prevent ice in the tank and the fuel lines. Another way to winterize your vehicle is with a winter storm survival kit. In your kit, be sure to have a snow shovel and brush, jumper cables, a spare tire, some type of brightly colored ribbon or cloth, blankets, water and snacks, and of course your phone and charger. Be sure to try to pack your kit with everything you think you will need in case of an emergency or a road closure. Now, let's see a demonstration of how to pack a supply kit and where to store it. Now we're going to talk about how to prepare a kit with a few items you may want to consider. First off, you will want to have some jumper cables, a first aid kit. Make sure that you have all the necessary supplies, including bandages and maybe some alcohol wipes as well. Next, you'll want to consider having sand or kitty litter in your kit, a shovel of some sort to help you dig out, as well as maybe a tow rope. Next, you may want to consider having some type of way to eat your food if you have canned food or anything. So here we have a mess kit. In this mess kit, we have just a few aluminum and plastic pots and pans. Then you may want to consider having a lighter and some campfire fuel, just in case, you never know. A utility knife, and maybe a compass if you don't have one on your phone. This is also really helpful if your phone dies and you need to know what direction you're in. And of course you want to have a flashlight and extra batteries to go with it. That way you have light whenever. Some utility tape. A spare hat and gloves in case you didn't have any when you left on your trip. And of course, a fire extinguisher, just in case there's a fire. And then you may want to consider some type of flag system. So a brightly colored ribbon. This is one of those hazard triangles that you can open up. So you may want something like this consider to set outside your vehicle so that other cars are aware that one, you are there, and two, you may need help. And then you may want to consider having a blanket, some towels, something that you can keep warm in case you're in your vehicle for a prolonged amount of time. So that should be most of the things in our kit. Another thing you may want to have in your car is some type of shovel or snow broom for your windshield so you can clear off any ice and snow that you collect. So now let's go pack it into the car. Now that we have our kits packed, let's get on the road. Traveling in winter weather, it is very important to travel safely. Here are some safety tips to keep in mind. Before going out, call 511 or check online for the latest traffic information and road conditions along your route. Also, allow extra time on your drive for delays and make sure that you let someone know your route and your timetable. When driving, be sure to accelerate and brake gently and do not use cruise control. If you begin to skid, ease your foot off the gas and turn your wheels where you want the front of the car to go. Most importantly, take it slow. 70% of snow and ice-related injuries do occur in vehicles. Now, let's talk about what to do if you're stuck in your vehicle during winter weather. If you are stuck in your vehicle, be sure to keep your vehicle warm by running the motor about 10 minutes each hour. When you do this, be sure and crack your windows in order to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. You should also pull out your brightly colored cloth or ribbon from your supply kit and tie it to your antenna or door to attract help, similar to the picture you see on the bottom right. Now that we've discussed how to protect yourself outdoors and when traveling, let's talk about preparing your home. When you winterize your vehicle, go ahead and winterize your home. Make sure that you have extra food, water, medicine, and a flashlight with plenty of batteries. Also, be sure to test your smoke alarms and carbon monoxide detectors regularly. If you have a fireplace, wood stove, or space heater, make sure that it is properly ventilated to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. And, in case of a fire, have a fire extinguisher in an easily accessible place. Living in the high plains, we sometimes receive enough snow during an event that shoveling becomes necessary. Be sure to get the latest forecast before going out so that you're not caught off guard if conditions change. Also, when shoveling, be sure to push the snow and only remove small amounts with each pass in order to protect your back. Just like in severe weather season, it is important to have multiple ways to receive weather information during winter. When winter weather occurs, be sure to check the media for school and business closures. Also, if you must go out, call 511 or check online for road conditions. We have included a few links on the image. After a winter storm, continue to stay informed on your local weather and road conditions. If you must leave your location after the storm, be sure to brush off all the snow on your vehicle so that it does not fall on your windshield while driving. Also, look out for black ice, especially on elevated roads and bridges. We hope you're able to use what you have learned in this video to prepare for the upcoming winter weather season. Thank you for watching.